Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Edward Bonadonna from North Palm Beach, Florida. And I'd like to take a moment to discuss two wonderful people that I've met over the last 20 years, Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard with the DCOA family. Personally, I've known Dr. Kaplan for 20 years. And in a family note, he was my wife's chiropractor when she was a child. That's how far back the DCOA family goes with us. And Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard have been two of the greatest mentors that I've had. I got out of school and I thought I knew it all. And the greatest things that Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan ever asked me was, then what? Then what? So when I was in practice, why are people going to come to you? Because I'm a good chiropractor. But then what? Well, they were pushing me to push my boundaries, learn more, and expand my base of knowledge, my expertise, and my ability to communicate with patients. So the next thing was spinal decompression. Okay, then what? Now you have to learn how to read MRIs. You have to learn how to bring this information to your patients because they may not be getting it from their family doctors, their medical doctors, and they don't understand their conditions. And as a result, you have to become that guy that can deliver that information to them, concise, ready to bring home, show their spouse, and explain to other people. And by the time you get finished with Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan at a boot camp, you're able to deliver that information in a brief period of time that maximizes your abilities and the patient's abilities to deliver that information to a spouse so they can make the best decisions for their healthcare. You have to be able to be on top of the technology. You have to use the technology, and you have to continue to grow your mind and always think, then what? What's next? And that's what Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard have done. They've pushed me into laser, into neuropathy, into orthotics, into things that I never thought I would be going into, but has increased the patient results and their value for their dollar in my office. And patients couldn't be happier, and I can't be happier with these guys until the next meeting where we have a boot camp, where we have a certification, where we have this mastermind in beautiful Southern California. I want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Kaplan, thank Dr. Bard for including me for the last 15 years or more in the DCOA family. I am proud to wear the brand. I am proud to be in office, and I am proud to meet anybody who's ready to take that next step. Ask yourself, then what? And then you'll find out what you can do.
Well, we're here to talk about how Distance of America has really changed not just our practice, but also our lives. We're having so much fun practicing, and that is because we have decided to make that one trip, the Chiro event. I remember seeing an article in, I think, Chiropractic Economics, and I said, I'm already doing, I thought it was decompression, but it was traction. I had a Chattanooga table. I actually had 4. And so we went to the event, and we were able to sign up with Distance of America. Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan didn't really know what to expect.
They've been amazing on helping us, guide us. We started off with 2 decompression acuspinal tables. We've grown now to 4, and we're helping so many patients. The miracles that we've seen is just amazing on how much we get to help people.
And the reason why we're so successful is because of the support. The support of Distance of America, Dr. Bard, and also Dr. Kaplan. Any questions that I have, I can always go and email them. They return our email within the same day. But it's also just being like, just taking it to the next step, right? Bigger, better, more, right? And we're always, I can't wait to go to their seminars. We're at the master class right now in Los Angeles. And there's so many different ideas from such amazing doctors from around the country and even Canada. So it's contagious. Be a better version of yourself professionally and also personally as well too. So I know it's given me a lot more confidence in what I do. I've always loved it because I have disc herniation. That's how I got into this passion. But with Distance of America, I mean, there's just so much support and so much research that, you know, helps support what our beliefs are.
And I just love being able to mastermind with all these people that have the same passion as we do with decompression.
I'm a 37-year practitioner, very high volume chiropractic, but didn't treat discs nearly as well as I've come to do so in the last several years. My association with Dr. Kaplan and Bard have expanded my clinical ability and enhanced my patient outcomes greater than I'd ever thought was possible. It just is a real game changer, mind-blowing, and in fairness, unlike anything else that you'll ever experience. Clinically, it is unmatched by any program that you've ever seen, chiropractically or medical, for this particular thing. Non-surgical spinal decompression, dealing with herniated discs as well as degenerative discs, which are epidemic in our population now, has to be done by us. There is no better practitioner, no one better trained or have better training than these two doctors have put together. So I can't stress enough, this is where you need to be.
I'm Dr. Troy Dreiling. I'm in Vancouver, Washington, and I've been with Disc Centers for about 8 years now. I started with one table, had it for 2 years before I joined Disc Centers. I didn't know what I was doing, and since coming to the event, I went to many boot camps, and now we're at a master class, and the national certification, I go every year. It's taught me so much. Now, I'm now on 7 tables, and we're just chock full all the time. We had our best world record collection month ever, and it's just been amazing to hang out with the Disc Center guys and see all the success, and that's really been a winning strategy for my clinic, and really it's about getting the results for the patients. And I got to tell you that the strategy at Disc Centers of America just helps your patients get better, and that's what it's all about. If you're sitting there and you're wondering how to build your practice, how to grow, come to the event. You know, it's like drinking off a fire hose when you go to the event. You know, I always thought, how do I become a disc doctor? Because I was being a chiropractor, and Dr. Kaplan always said, be the disc doctor. And I went to boot camp after boot camp, and I really started to get my head around, we are disc specialists, and we are gonna save people from epidurals, from surgeries, all kinds of different problems. So the event is the best thing to really, in the boot camp, I'm telling you, I went to multiple boot camps, I go all the time, and then we get nationally certified every year to hang out with the best of the best.
And I'm fortunate enough to be here today in California, Dr. Rosenberg's office for the master class, where we are learning so much. I'm so grateful to be here. Just a little bit about me. I have an office for many years that was always personal injury. Didn't know a thing about decompression. I've kind of heard about some of the tables in the past, but didn't really know what it was about or what to even do with it. I was lucky enough to find Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan and get some information on decompression. Ultimately wound up joining Disc Centers of America, where again, so much education, so much training has taken me to a whole nother level now that I have not one table, but 2 decompression tables. And getting away from the personal injury and the rat race of dealing with the insurance companies, the attorneys, the constant billing and phone calls and rebilling, where it's more of a cash-based practice. A lot more fun, a lot less stress. Results are phenomenal, and what can I say? It's great to be here out in LA. I thank Dr. Bard, Dr. Kaplan, all the family of Disc Centers of America. So many doctors have been helpful to me when I had questions, and something that I think everybody should consider for their practice as well.
We're here at Dr. Brigitte's office for the master class with Disc Centers of America. I've been part of Disc Centers of America for 10 years. This is the top-notch first-class group to be in if you want to do disc care and treat disc disease. They're fantastic. Our practice has grown significantly since being with Disc Centers of America because you're trained the best. You're nationally certified. We could call Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard at any time, any day, and have our questions answered because the support from these guys is fantastic. And like they say and we say, it's one big family. We could call any Disc Centers of America doctor, and you could have questions asked or learn new things. And we're here at Dr. Brigitte's office, which is absolutely gorgeous. This lady has it going on. She is completely kicking butt in spinal decompression, and we're learning learning all sorts of great things and new golden nuggets that we're going to take back to our office and make us even better. So we thank Disc Centers of America for putting this on, and this is all donation too. This is to support the college, to give them a new spinal decompression table. That's how these guys work. It's not money in their pocket. This is money for students, and for students to start learning about decompression at a much sooner time than when we got to learn it. So thank you, Dr. Bard, Dr. Kaplan, Disc Centers of America, and thank you, Dr. Brigitte. You've been fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are in LA and we're at the masterclass in Los Angeles, California. What a day it has been. So much energy in this area of the room and in the building that we're in right now. It's just been crazy. And so it's just been an amazing experience. I've been part of the Disc Centers of America family now for about 4 years. And my favorite line, and I'll say it again, it's in other videos I've done, is it's been a game changer for us. And I'm just so humbled at the same time. Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan have been an amazing part of my life. And when I came on the trip, I was flying into LA, I was just thinking, what would I have done had I not come across Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan? And it's just been an amazing transformation in our practice. We have to work hard. It's not easy, but it's not meant to be easy. And they give you the tools and they give you the shovel, but you got to do the digging. And we're just so blessed. And I would encourage anyone that's out there that's even on the fence about doing decompression therapy to get in contact with them. They'll invite you to the Chiro event down in Palm Beach area to go to Trump. And it's just an amazing experience from day one. It'll change your life. And I can't be any more appreciative for what they've done for me in my practice and my patients, more importantly. We're seeing patients get well, and it's just been a true blessing. I don't know what else to say other than don't hesitate. Don't let negativity or anything continue to creep into your mind, and make a decision to change. And Disc Centers of America, again, I love everybody in this family, and I love Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan. They are amazing, amazing doctors, and you won't regret it.
I joined DCOA a long time ago, maybe 4 to 5 years, and I have been growing over those years. I took over a practice recently that was a 40-year-old chiropractic practice, and in the 9 months that I took over the practice, we have gone from probably 75% chiropractic to 75% disc centers. So I have taken what I've learned here as a DCOA doctor and used my tools to grow the practice, to become a better doctor, to be a better person overall, but as well as taking care of my patients in a much more efficient, much more educated manner, but also healing people and helping with their disc situations and their disc problems. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I've learned a ton, and I thank you guys so much.
I want to talk to you about Disc Centers of America, how it started from where I was to where I am now. I started with one spinal decompression table. My practice was stuck. I wasn't going anywhere. I was losing my mind. I went to a Chiro event and met Dr. Perry Bard and Dr. Eric Kaplan. That one day changed my life. I now have 3 spinal decompression tables. I did my best day ever, $23,000 over that in one day, all on spinal decompression treatment plans. The camaraderie amongst the doctors in Disc Centers of America is above no other. They have taken me into their arms as a family member, as one of their own children. It's a wonderful association to be with. If you are stuck, if you're wondering where to go next, go to a Chiro event, go to a boot camp, go to the certification course. You will get knowledge far beyond anything you've ever experienced. Thank you, Dr. Bard, Dr. Kaplan.
Now tell me if this sounds familiar to you. You're seeing 50, 60, 70 patients a day, your shoulders hurt, your back hurts, and you're a chiropractor. Well, for the past 10 years, that's what I've done. And actually today marks 1 year that I've been with this wonderful company called DCOA. They're a coaching company that really opened my eyes what's actually possible out there for chiropractors. Now, I've always loved helping people, I've always loved getting them better, but I've always had that small percentage of people that I couldn't even touch. I was afraid to touch. And I started doing research. I started doing a lot of research, trying to find out what can be done. And I came across spinal decompression. I went all into spinal decompression. I just opened my office. I was an associate for 10 years. Now I opened my office in January of, now it's 2023. And Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan, they told me, hey, either you're going all in or not. So I bought 2 tables, I bought 2 Class 4 lasers, and I started running, sprinting. I see right now about 20 people a day, decompression. I do also do PI, but it's all cash. And that's opened my mind to all the possibilities out there, what I can do as a chiropractor, as a physician, how I can help the most amount of people and not kill my body, because that was the biggest thing. I'm like, how can I actually make a living, pay off my student loans, but at the same time, actually be able to help people. So I decided to join up with Dyscenters of America. They have all these wonderful seminars, and I think the biggest thing that I love about them, they have so many doctors that are willing to help. I'm on the phone with different kind of people from different parts of America on the monthly basis. Any question I have, whether it be about the equipment, whether it be about a patient that I'm not sure how to get better, and they're all willing to help. That's the amazing part. So if you are thinking about spinal decompression and you want to know how to do it right, well, Dyscenters of America are the guys to learn from.
I was very interested in spinal decompression, and I found myself a machine and I had it in my office, but ultimately it ended up gathering dust for a couple of years, and I ended up finding my way to Dyscenters of America and saw that they had a plan for implementation, and little bit by little bit I started adopting what they were teaching, and now my office has outgrew my previous location, and 1 dusty table has turned into 4, and things are looking a lot better. I'm so grateful for the group of people that I've gotten to know through the seminars that I've been to with Dyscenters of America. I've learned from all of them, and you guys can too. Thanks, Dr. Bard. Thanks, Dr. Kaplan.